My name is Livia Francis from the Menopause Lifestyle Solution, and we're going to be chatting about exercise and how, when we're younger in our 20s and our 30s, things seem to work really well. We do the exercise, we lose weight, we change how we lose weight. However, in the menopause, our bodies change so much that the hormone imbalance has an effect on our body fat. It has an effect not only on mental health, but also our physical health and our body confidence. Confidence changes, doesn't it? You know, what worked when we were younger isn't working anymore. So what do? Do we go the fad diet route? Do we try all these different things? Do we start yo-yo dieting? Do we starve ourselves? Well, the thing to do is develop a system that works purely for you. I went through my menopause in 2012 and it knocked me sideways. I've been in health and fitness for 31 years and I never ever thought I would feel so vulnerable, not being able to feel energized, not being able to feel positive, not being able to do the things that I was so used to. And that included exercise. So all the heavy lifting that I was doing to keep my body in shape, I could now no longer do because I was so fatigued. I had to bring the kids up. All I wanted to do was sleep. You know, I had 2 businesses to run. So how do we as women get our energy back? What do we do? Okay, there's the doctor's help, there's supplementation, there's HRT, there's bios, there's body identicals. There are a lot of services out there that can help you. But what if you could make just small adjustments with your lifestyle? Things that you can do at home. And this is what I'm going to tell you about in the video. I thought, you know, what could the members here really love and use and find super useful? So here we go. So I wanted to give you a little bit of an introduction about myself so you know where I come from. I have a 31-year experience in the health and fitness industry. I am 50 years old in 2020. I have been an absolute fan of resistance training for a very long time as a real tool for fat loss. I have found in my menopause, which I hit in 2012, that resistance-based training has enabled me to stay in shape. It has enabled my clients to change shape throughout their menopause, lose the body fat, and maintain a good shape. Now, we all get that apple shape, don't we? An initial start of the peri-menopause when our hormones start to change and our estrogen starts to drop. Our testosterone drops at the same time. Our ability to actually pack on lean tissue diminishes as well. Not that women can pack on lean tissue to an extraordinary amount without enhancement, because we are female, because we are mostly estrogen based. Now, when that estrogen starts to change and when the progesterone starts to change and the testosterone starts to drop, our muscle mass decreases. And when our muscle mass decreases, hey, guess what? Body fat increases together with the introduction of cortisol. So as your estrogen diminishes, your cortisol levels, which is a stress hormone, starts to rise. From that, you'll find that you will start to maintain fat around the waist, no matter how slim you were when you were younger. What worked in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s and even in your 50s is not going to work once you are in the menopause. If you're lucky enough to have a body that you have maintained and you manage to do the same things, then you are one in a million. We have 12 million women in the UK, soon to be 13 million, in their menopause. Why do we not have more information on resistance-based training out there? There have been studies done by the Mayo Clinic. There are studies online. The beauty of resistance training, the American College of Exercise, any GP will tell you to start exercising, but what they won't do is say, lead with some easy resistance training. Resistance training has a stigma about it, and this is what I'm about. It's breaking it down. It really is. Now, the more lean tissue you have, the less body fat you're going to have, all right? Now, that has to be in conjunction, obviously, with a healthy diet. Diet is absolutely paramount here, and that's why my 90-day program really runs alongside of exercise resistance-based, small amount of cardiovascular training, healthy for the heart, and also a fat loss tool to a certain extent, but not so much when we're in the menopause. It's lean tissue training, i.e. resistance training using bands. They're not expensive, ladies. You can find them on Amazon. Just put in resistance bands and they'll pop up. If you put in resistance bands with handles, you'll find that you'll get some of these. You can get the interlocking one, the interchangeables. They're really, really helpful. These are safe resistance bands to use for the upper body. I really like them. The lower body is most generally this one. Any brand is good. They usually come in a pack of 5 or 7, going up from easy to strong, and the same with the ones with handles, but I do recommend you do both. You don't have to invest a lot of money into your equipment at all. In lockdown, I was using these. Thank you, Heinz. Not that I'd ever eat it, but too many preservatives, ladies. We're not in our menopause. We really have to think, if you can't catch it and you can't grow it, don't eat it. Those additives, that cream sauce, that extra dairy, that gluten, you just want to try and cut down on. Look, I'm not saying cutting it out, but you have to look at the way you're eating. I've come across ladies that said, oh, I have a really healthy diet, and they're sitting in front of me and they're obese and the bloat is quite noticeable. So, and they come to me because they don't know how to initiate that shift. And the shift is analysing your food, working out which foods are causing inflammatory reactions in the body, reducing those particular foods, usually circles around caffeine, alcohol, wheat, gluten and dairy, to be honest. And then you have to reintroduce things into your diet, green fibrous vegetables, yeah, but make it exciting, and don't saturate things with sauces and oils, even if they're good oils, good fats, yeah. And avocados, they're great, but if you overeat on something, of course, it's not so good for the body. So this really is about balance, and it's finding your balance. It's the same with exercise. I'm not a big advocate of doing an hour a day and taking the exercise levels up to exceedingly high amounts where you're feeling puffed out and you're red in the face. There's no need to do that, because what happens in the menopause, you start producing more cortisol. And remember that cortisol is the fight or flight hormone that makes you hold on to the one thing you want to get rid of, which is fat in those areas here, 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 where we want to stay slim. We still want to fit into those dresses. Okay, we don't have to be slim as in Instagram slim, where you see the pictures of perfect bodies, but it's about your confidence. It's about how you feel about your body, how you slip on that skirt and you don't feel your belly oozing over the top. How confident are you, and do you want to build that confidence back up again? So the exercise and the food, ask any GP, so important, lifestyle factors you can add. Now, if you really take it on board, you'll find that over time of consistent exercise and consistently watching your food, menopause just becomes a little bit easier. Why? Because the body's not fighting the sugar, the alcohol, the coffee, the cakes, the biscuits, the teas, the intermittent fasting, yeah? What our bodies need, and in order to improve insulin sensitivity, is regular exercise. Now, insulin sensitivity means that your blood glucose levels will be nice and even, all right? Now, most women I know, don't know about you, tend not to eat very much in the morning, maybe not even till lunchtime, yeah? And because they've got into that habit, and it used to work when they were younger, and now that they're in the menopause, the body conserves those calories and holds on to fat. So if you've got irregular eating and the body works separately from the mind, the body doesn't know whether it's going to be fed. So, oh, you know what? I'm going to hold on to that. I'm not going to let it go. I'm going to hold on to every single calorie she eats. And then when she eats more, I'm going to hold on to that as well. And then when she feeds me some alcohol, I'm going to hold on to all that sugar too. So you can see it's a combined process. So it really is about changing the way that we think about food, but enjoying it and getting balance. I'm not saying never have it. This is about balance.